Now you are in mute.
Okay. Good, better, best. Never let it rest till your good is better and your better is best. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I'm Lavanya and I am the Sergeant at Arms. I welcome you all to the 142nd meeting of Speak Magic Toastmasters Club. The mission of a Toastmasters Club is to provide a mutually supportive and positive learning environment in which every individual member has the opportunity to develop oral communication and leadership skills, which in turn fosters self-confidence and personal growth. A vision statement declares a vision of the future. Let me now introduce a few set of ground rules. Please put your mobile phones on silent mode. I'll give you a few seconds for that. Avoid topics related to sex, religion, and politics. Please mute your microphones when not speaking. Make sure you're in a silent environment while you speak. Please use the private chat facility to convey any messages. So now it's time to welcome our presiding officer, Toastmaster Rajesh. Like I always say, he's a very nice person, the most humble person I've ever met. He is an entrepreneur who started his own business around 6 years back. His ambition is to achieve something big in the e-commerce segment and is also planning to launch online brands. He loves to travel and meet a lot of people. He likes to watch Hollywood movies and loves listening to music. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together to welcome our presiding officer, Toastmaster Rajesh. Over to you, sir.
Hey, good evening. Thank you, Lavanya. Thank you so much for your wonderful introduction. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, for the Toastmasters and distinguished guests. Sorry, just 1 second. Just 1 second. Just a small issue. Yeah, so, sorry for the inconvenience. Okay, so yeah, the strength of a chain is in its weakest link. I came across this. Hear a lot of noise. Can you please mute? Host, can you mute everyone? Yeah, fine. Now it's fine. So yeah, the strength is of a chain is in its weakest link. I came across this this proverb, which I thought it is very much in line of our Toastmasters meeting actually. Let me just give a small story, an example of this. It's a very interesting story actually. You know Buddha, right? Buddha, Lord Buddha. Everyone knows the great Buddha. So Buddha was due to give one a speech, and it was supposed to be on a top of a hill. When everybody heard about that, okay, Buddha is going to give a speech, so everyone would definitely want to come and see what he wants to speak. So all the people started coming from all the walk of life. There are rich people, poor people, middle class people, very poor people, very rich people. Everybody wants to come and see Buddha, what he wants to say. But Buddha said, when you are coming, you have to bring a light along with you. It can be in any form. It can be a candle, it can be a diya, whichever form you want. Just bring a light along with you. So people started coming from all the walks of life. There are rich people. The rich people brought, very expensive, like thing, candle stands with, diamond studded and all. Rich people can afford that, and old, poor people, they bought it with just candle, whatever they can afford, they could afford. So many people gathered. So Buddha was sitting on the top of the hill, and these people, a lot of crowd, surrounding him. Before starting, giving a speech, he noticed a old lady much behind the crowd standing. Uh, she seems to be very poor lady, very poor and very weak lady. She's having one small candle with her. She was so poor that she don't even have to buy that money to buy that candle. She had to sell her hair and bought that candle. So such a poor lady, and Buddha noticed that lady. Then Buddha said, "Okay, you can light your whatever lights you have." So when the moment everybody lit their lights, suddenly a strong wind blown, and all the lights were blown off, except one, that lady's light candle, because she was standing much behind the crowd, and the crowd was, the way the position she was standing, the wind could not, blow her light, and only that candle was uh, light. All others were blown away. So Buddha called that lady near him, and he took the light from her, the candle from her, and he passed on to the others. So they passed on to others, and everybody could light their lamps again. So the entire mountain was lit again. So this is a very inspiring story which I came across, and I thought this proverb exactly fit into the context of our Toastmaster club performance. The performance, why? Because the performance of each team member is important for a club, and it doesn't matter if the team has a few star performance and someone fall behind. Nothing like that. Every member is treated equally. Every member is important, and if we identify a person, a member who's, who wants to come up, and if they fall behind, we will definitely identify that person, and we will support him, and we will help them to come up. And another thing is that this can apply in context of an individual also, because your strength lies in your weakness. If unless you identify your weakness and work on it, you cannot become strong. If you want to become stronger, you have to identify your weakness and work on it. Then only you will be able to become stronger. There is no point working on your strength again and again. It won't make much difference. If you identify your weakness and work on it, you will become more stronger. So, for example, I joined Toastmaster to work on my weakness. So I thought I would like to share this story because it's very much, aligned to our Toastmasters concept. And now let me just give a small intro about Toastmaster International. This is for the benefit of our guests. Toastmaster International is a US headquartered non-profit organization that operates club worldwide for the purpose of promoting communication, public speaking, and leadership. The organization has grown out of a single club founded by Ralph C. Medley, October 22nd, 1924, in the United States. Every meeting is based around a theme and a set of organized speeches. Speakers are given feedback by more experienced members, and every meeting has there is a different sessions like prepared speeches, table topics, evaluations, and this is the basic this thing about the structure of the speeches. This will be our Toastmaster of the day. will be explaining more about this. And I could see some guests. Shall we have our guests to come forward and introduce themselves? Deepak Paul, are you there?
Yeah, sir.
Yeah, hi Deepak. Can you just tell me about yourself and how you come to know about this Toastmaster and how you let me just.
Actually, I am from SAG family, Speak and Grow community.
Okay.
So, my friends were there in SAG group, and they were practicing for communication since last couple of months or maybe 1 year, and some of them, started participating in Toastmaster. So I got this information from Nabamita. So I got a link from her for today's session. So actually, I am very much passionate to learn this communication skills. I believe it is the very important thing in life which can change your entire perspective, and we can feel the difference every single day when we learn this thing. So this is the reason I'm here, and I'm just trying to learn every day and finding wherever I get opportunity to learn. I would be definitely participating over there.
Great. Thank you so much for your introduction. Who else is there? Any other guests we have? Vikas Galeria. Yeah. Hi, Vikas. Vikas is our new member. I think, yeah. Just sorry, just tell me about this.
Very good evening. I joined this club recently, only 3-4 days back. This is my first meeting. I am also a member of SAG family, and after that I joined Speechcraft, and there I got a feel of the Toastmasters, how to prepare speeches, how to deliver speeches, and then how to evaluate the speeches. Now, to move ahead, certainly the Toastmaster is the ultimate stage where I can learn and I can practice more. That's why I joined Toastmaster Club. And thank you very much to Dr. Suryadeep and Yogi Sukumaran. They have motivated me to join this club. And looking forward to learn from all of you. Thanks. Thank you very much.
Great, thank you. DK Jain, are you there? DK Jain?
Yeah, hi.
Yeah, hi.
I'm
Jain.
sorry, I just joined late. I don't know about the background.
No problem. You just introduce about yourself and just tell me how you come to know about this and how you landed up here.
Yeah, of course. And first of all, the good evening to all the members over here. So since I'm the part of the SAC family team, the group, and we are very much know about the Dr. Suryadeep, Yogeshwari ma'am, all of us are being part of the SAC families, and we are joined one of the group over here. So based of that group, I joined. I came to know there's a our Toastmaster meeting today, and I thought to join here. Basically, I'm just I'm the HR business partner in the one of the IT company. I'm based out of Delhi, and I'm just exploring as of now, just which club or where to join the Toastmaster actually, because of the my interest in the public speaking, how to become a good leader, and also that is my interest part. And accordingly, I'm just planning to join the Toastmaster, but we had to finalize to join the Toastmaster.
And
I'm looking forward to have the a good session over here and learn something.
definitely you will enjoy the session, definitely.
Thank you.
And Mukta Gira, what is that? Mukta Gira. Okay, Kavya Yelasani. Kavya.
Hello, sir. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Kavya. Yeah.
I'm also the part of SAG family and also be the part of a speechcraft program which has been conducted by Suryadeep sir and Yogeshwari ma'am. So as I was the part of that group, I came to know about this link. And in the speechcraft, I have learned so many number of things regarding how to give presentation. Initially, the main reason is I was a very shy person, could not able to speak in front of public actually. So with the help of the speechcraft, I could learn some things, could able to speak in front of you like this today, and could learn how to evaluate. So that is the reason through which I want to extend my journey in Toastmasters. So that is the reason I have joined the session today. So through the link that has been given in the group.
Great, great. Thank you so much for joining us. Mukta Gara, yeah, I can see you. Yeah. Please just give a small introduction. Ma'am, you are in the mute actually. Ma'am, you are in mute. You're still mute. No, you are still in mute. You're still in mute. Ma'am, you are still in mute.
Yeah. Now
yeah,
I'm audible
yes,
and visible?
yes, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, yes.
I am from SAG family. I loved Praveen sir talks, and I joined Dr. Suryadeep on knowing from them. So now I have become a member of Toastmaster, and I love the way he speaks and public speaking delivery. I've learned so much from them. I'm a very curious person. So I love enjoying public speaking and meeting different people and knowing their spectrum. So that's why I joined Toastmaster. I want to enhance my learning, more learnings. Whatever I have, that is already. But communication skill and leadership are really toast to everybody. So I love all these things. Therefore, I came to know about your club via WhatsApp group. And I think if you will encourage me, all of you, I'm not at par, but still, if you will all encourage me, I will definitely like to become a Toastmaster. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you. Wonderful. Thank you.
Okay.
Rajneet Kartike. Rajneet? Are you there? Yogesh Sodha.
Yes.
Yeah. Hi, Yogesh.
Yeah. Hi.
Yeah.
Hi all.
Yeah.
Actually, as I'm also from SAG family,
Okay.
and I was browsing through Dr. Surdeep's website or something. So I that time came to know about Toastmasters. So as of now, I don't know much about actually.
Yeah.
I just exploring things.
Fine. Yeah, definitely you'll come to know a lot of things about the Toastmaster in this meeting. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. Sakshi Raj. Sakshi, are you there?
Hi.
Yeah. Hi, Sakshi. Yeah.
Hi, good
Just
evening
give
to
us-
all.
Yeah.
I'm a part of SAG family and I'm joined this and I'm very thankful to Dr. Suryadev because I'm here because he motivated me to join this session.
Okay. Great. So thank you so much. You'll definitely learn a lot of things. Anybody else I have missed? Rajneet Kartike, is there? Okay. So okay, let's move on. Now it's time to introduce our Toastmaster of the day. He's the person who's going to carry this meeting forward on his shoulder, and he has a team along with him to help him to take this meeting forward. He is a person. He's one of our youngest member of our club. He's a student. He says he's a student of transformation, and his goal is to be a better human being. And he's one of the youngest person. And he's also a very creative person. And I like because what I like him is the the innocence, when you speak, when he speaks and he smile, there's a lot of innocence in his face. He's one of the adorable person in our club actually. His name is Anchal Singh. So today our Toastmaster today is Anchal Singh. Anchal Singh, the stage is all yours.
Thank you, Presiding Officer. Thank you, President. So let us smile, be your umbrella on a rainy day. Forget about the.
Anchal, sorry for the interruption. One small request for all the guests. There is a guest form in the chat box. Can I request all the guests to kindly fill the form so that we will have a track of thing. So I request all the guests to fill the form. Yeah, Anchal, please carry on. Sorry for the interruption.
Okay. Let us smile, be your umbrella on a rainy day. Forget about the clouds, forget about the clogged roads, the floods, the traffic, and forget about forgetting your umbrella at home. Live in the moment and appreciate nature's beauty. Because this monsoon won't last forever. Kids and frog will come out to play. And there is greenery all around. Isn't it so beautiful? Fellow Toastmasters and dear guests, it's my privilege and pleasure to welcome you all to the Speak Magic Toastmasters Club. And for the before jumping down into the meeting, I want your permission to play a game. I will ask you some questions, and I want to answer those questions in the two ways. If you want to say yes, you can make some expression like this, and if you want to say no, then you can make a sound like. I think you all got it. So I want to ask a question like that. During our childhood, we always had a paper with us, like notebooks. And if you ever had made a paper boards and by tearing out the pages out of your school books, and sometime go into the like a race that whose board will last the longest in the competition. So if anyone of you had this kind of activities, please free to say yes or no with these two and both gestures. Anyone from the audience? Thank you, Dinesh Karthik sir. I think we have only one no. So moving forward, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests, before jumping down into the meeting, I would like to explain the structure of the meeting. So meeting is divided into four rounds. The first round will be prepared speeches. The second one is table topic round, and the second is evaluation. And the third is evaluation round, and the fourth and the last is education session for today's meeting. So for the prepared speeches section, where member will deliver the speeches based on the project and the path that they have chosen. The second part of the session will be the table topic round, where a member can practice thinking and speaking on their feet. And the third round will be the evaluation round. In that section, we will get the feedback and evaluation about the prepared speeches and table topic section also. The last section will be the education section. In that section are amazing and phenomenal visiting Toastmaster Tabassum Ali ma'am will guide us through some knowledge about the humor. So moving forward, I would like to call Toastmaster Uma Maheswari who is a journal evaluator for today's meeting, and who is the journal evaluator for today's meeting, and she is an engineer by degree and an author, novelist, handwriting coach, communication coach, soft skill trainer, motivation speaker, and YouTuber. So put your hands together to welcome the journal evaluator for today's meeting, Toastmaster Uma Maheshwari.
Thank you, TMOD. Dear fellow Toastmasters and guests, evaluation helps us to identify the real value. It makes us to realize our achievements, strengthen our talents, and identify our area of improvement, develop them. Working on a task with a team has a major advantage compared to working alone. You all know that. Teamwork will develop a sense of camaraderie and build morale. So, to do the evaluation more perfectly today, I have a strong team backing me up. So, let me introduce my team. The timer for today's meeting. He's an IT professional and agile enthusiast, exploring the kick of his life. He has a new liking for self-help books and the zeal to implement the most of it in his life. He loves to learn new things and share his knowledge with the people around him. You sound like a person who knows and enjoys life. So, my dear friends, let me welcome TM Savan Arora to explain his role as a timer. Over to you, TM Savan Arora.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator. Good evening, everyone. And it's my pleasure to be the timer of today's meeting. So as a timer, my responsibility will be to note down the time of each speaker as well as the evaluators along with the table topic speakers and the educational speaker. And so there will be certain rules within which you have to complete your speech. For the prepared speeches, the timings are 5 to 7 minutes within which you have to complete your speech. And for the table topic speakers, the timings will be 1 to 2 minutes. And for the evaluators, it is going to be 2 to 3 minutes for each evaluation. Coming to the educational session, it will be between 20 to 25 minutes. In between, I will be showing the green, yellow, and red cards as per the timing bifurcations. That's about my role. Thank you so much. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Savan Arora. Today is our counter. She is the VP of Peak Magic Toasters Club. She is a mentor, English trainer, prosperity coach, podcaster, NET qualified assistant professor. Wow, such a great list, and definitely you're an inspiration to all of us. So let me call Yogeshwari Sukumaran to explain her role as an accountant. Over to you, Yogeshwari.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator. Today, the role that I'm going to perform is very, very crucial because it is something that I have to pay all my attention towards what you are uttering. Are you uttering or repetitive words or body crutches or any fillers just to fill up the gap? Please feel free to do more and more as possible so that you can give me the more work. So today, my work is all to have a check on you. After telling this, I would like to hand over the session back to our General Evaluator. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Yogeshwari. And today's grammarian, she's a chemical engineer by profession and a lifelong learner. She passionately learns things until she masters them. She believes in power, energy, magic, aliens, parallel universe, and God. What's the fun if you don't believe in them? She says. I totally feel you. Let me call upon TM Swarnalata to explain her role as a grammarian. Over to you, Swarnalata.
Thank you, General Evaluator, and good evening, fellow Toastmasters and our dear guest. A philosopher once said, half a philosophy is good grammar. And the only reason why I am quoting him today is because his words has both good philosophy and good grammar. Fellow Toastmasters, if you want your words or ideas to be quoted by others, a good grammar is a prerequisite. That is the reason why every Toastmasters meeting has a grammarian. As a grammarian, today my role would be to look for all the good usages of English words, phrases, idioms, and also not so good usages of English. As a grammarian, today my duty would be to introduce the word of the day. And today's word of the day is histrionic, which means melodramatic expression, characters, or style to attract audience. I'll give you an example. The most criticism faced by Toastmasters is they prefer to use histrionic expressions in public speaking. And the second phrase for the day is keeping in line with our theme, don't reign in my paradise. Don't reign in my paradise, which means don't ruin. I'm having a party in my Toastmasters club. I will be reporting my summary at the end of the day, end of the meeting, when my general evaluator calls for. As of now, thank you, and back to you, general evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmasters Swarnalata. Your speech was with histrionic expressions, and you never reigned in any of our paradises. And with that, I hand over the podium back to TM Modi, and we will be back later. Stay tuned. Over to you, TM Modi. Over to you, TM Modi. I'm sorry, am I audible?
Yes, GE, you are audible.
Thank you, General Evaluator, for introducing your. Thank you, General Evaluator, for introducing your tag team. So moving forward to the prepared speeches section, the first speaker for this round will be attempting the level 1 project 3 from the innovative planning pathway.
President, can we continue? I think he has some network glitches.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Please continue. So, yeah, let's
I'll read out.
Yeah, please. Yeah.
I'll read out the thing.
Yeah, he's back actually.
Okay.
Timuri, Anshul?
Yes, sir. Sorry for the interruption, sir. My internet connection. So,
no problem. Yeah, please.
Thank you, General Evaluator, for the introduction of the tag team. So, moving for the second section of the first section of the prepared speeches, the first speaker for this round will be attempting the level 1 from the project 3 of innovating planning pathway. To evaluate this speech, we have Toastmaster Partha Bhattacharya. Partha Bhattacharya, I request you to please read out the speech objective of the speaker 1. Over to you, Evaluator 1, Partha Bhattacharya.
May I audible? Hello. May I audible? The next speaker
yes,
is.
Sir, you are audible.
Actually, I was disconnected for 5-10 minutes. Let me please repeat because I am not connected because there are some network issues. Hello.
Yes, Partha, you're audible and visible. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, please, you're audible and visible.
Okay.
So you are supposed to read out your target speakers.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
Our next speaker is Beena Rai. Beena is from Darjeeling. Now he stay in Banaras. She is school teacher and motivational speaker, and her path is innovative planning. And purpose of this project is that the purpose of the project is that the member to learn or review the basic research method and present a well-organized research speech on any topic. The title of the topic is Challenge in the Little World. Challenge in the Little World, Beena Roy. Beena, screen is yours.
Just let me check. Am I audible? Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Okay. Shall I start?
Sure.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Beena ma'am, you are on mute.
Yes. Go ahead.
Children are the hands by which we take hold of heaven.
You are mute.
Sorry, phone. I got a. How many of you believe that children are our future? Please raise your hand. Please raise your hand. Yeah. Yes, I know you all believe, but in the rat race of our life, we are so busy with our priorities, with our problems, that we often overlook the immense cloud in the little world. Many of our children are struggling, they are suffering with challenges, but that is also overlooked by us. I remember 5 months back when I joined a new school, I became the class teacher of class 7. And as a class teacher, I had all the responsibilities to keep records, how the children are doing, how they are performing, their homeworks, their classworks. I used to teach my children in an histrionic way. And all my children were really performing well. They were behaving well. Their performances were really awesome. But you know what? I found one child. He used to behave differently from others. I every time used to guide him because I started noticing him more. Teachers, they were also complaining that, Beena ma'am, please just check, okay? He's not doing his work and homework. As a class teacher, it's your duty, right? So I started taking more concern, more attention to that particular child. But there were no differences. Even principal ma'am, she called me in the office and she started telling, Beena, what are you doing? As a class teacher, it's your responsibility. Why don't you call their parents? Why don't you call his parents and talk with him? That what is the problem? That day, I became furious, literally. I interrogated that boy politely that, tell me, what is your problem? I'm guiding you, still you're not doing your work. You're not doing your homework. What is the problem? Why are you not doing? You know what? He smiled abruptly and made some facial expressions. I shouted at him. Without knowing the true reason, I shouted at him and scolded. Listen very carefully. From tomorrow onwards, if I don't found that your work is complete, your classworks are complete, I'm going to punish you. Listen, I'm not going to tolerate all these things anymore. That night, I was not able to sleep properly because I scolded a child. As a teacher, I'm not supposed to scold. Rather, I should understand why he's behaving like that. That from next day, I called his parents. You know what? The parents again started telling me the same thing. Ma'am, I'm always busy in my office. He always stays with his mother. He's not doing any work, ma'am. I'm fed up. He's just hopeless. Ma'am, you are the class teacher. Ma'am, please, you only do something. Ma'am, please. I understood that there is a serious problem. So I started researching, trying to know that what is the problem? Why these kind of children behave like this? I started burning the midnight oil. And finally, I come to know that the boy was suffering from autism spectrum disorder.
It is a kind of serious developmental disorder in which it impairs the ability to communicate and interact. According to 2020, CDC reported that approximately 1 out of 54 children were diagnosed with autism spectrum disorder. In 2016 data, boys were more likely to be diagnosed with autism than girls. A kid with autism might trouble learning the things, learning new words, dealing with changes, dealing with bright light, colors, sound, even making friends and fitting into it. But my dear friends, this is a huge problem. This is a serious problem. So this is a big question that how can we overcome? Because it also affects the social, mental, physical, and communication skills. Yes, after doing all the research, I come to know that there are some ways. Number one, always encourage your child. Never ever demotivate. Number two, if you find or if you address the problem early, try to talk to the doctor. Number three, that is, try to know his strength, what he likes, what he dislikes. Rather than scolding, rather than shouting at him, please try to know what are his strengths. And yes, my dear friends, I applied all the methods. I had a conversation with his parents, even all the teachers, principal. We all had a meeting, and then we came up with the decision that yes, we are going to follow all this. And trust me, the boy is really doing great. He's really doing great. So my dear Toastmasters and guests, you tell me, don't you think this is the right time we take actions? Because action speaks louder than words. Never ever overlook if the child is behaving very badly or behaving in a different way. As a parents, as a teachers, it is our responsibility to understand the challenges in the little world. I am extending my helping hands in this mission. I want your help, your support, because children are our future, right? Will you be with me? Will you be with me? I want your answers. Please raise your hands. Thank you so much. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bina Roy. That was an amazing speech you told about the challenge in the little words. So moving forward, the second speaker for the prepared speeches round will be attempting the level 1 from the project 3 of the innovative planning pathway. To evaluate this speech, we have Toastmaster Dr. Suryadev Majumdar. Dr. Suryadev Majumdar, I request you to please read out the speech objective of the speaker to Toastmaster Navmita Sarkar. Over to you,
Thank
Dr.
you so much. Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the day. Our target speaker is the purpose of this project is for the member to learn or review basic research methods and present a well-organized, well-researched speech on any topic. Timer, please note the speech timing is 5 to 7 minutes. All the very best to the speaker. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, evaluator. Evaluator to Toastmaster Dr. Suryadeep. So, our second speaker, Navmita Sarkar. Her speech title is Journey from Aggression to Appreciation. Journey from Aggression to Appreciation. Toastmaster Navmita Sarkar. Over to you.
Please 1 minute hold. I'm adjusting my speaker. Yeah, please.
Not audible, ma'am.
You're on mute. You're on mute, Nabanita, ma'am.
Am I audible now?
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
Am I audible now?
Yes. Yes. Please
Yeah.
go ahead.
Am I audible? Want me please check my speaker?
You are audible.
You're
ma'am.
audible, ma'am.
You can start the speech.
How now?
Yes,
Now am
ma'am.
I
Yes, yes, you're audible. You're audible.
I am a very, very proud mother. Do you want to know why? Yes, it was, I remember, 6th of July 2018. I was in the meeting room at my office. My phone was continuously ringing. An unknown number just popped up on my mobile display. However, I managed my meeting and I picked up that call. A raspy voice on the other side gave me a horrifying news about my son. That was, his son's leg was fractured because of my son in the school. Listening that news, my whole body was shivering, my throat choked for tension. But somehow, I have managed that situation by apologizing to the principal and the parent. Let me tell you, it does not happen only once. Many times, parents used to tell me about my child's different kind of aggressive behavior. I remember once when I came back from my office, I saw my brother was lying on his chest on the floor, applied with the burn on his back. Going deeper to the incident, I came to know that my son was the main culprit. He had burnt his uncle's back with the hot stick. Good evening to fellow Toastmasters and the distinguished Toastmasters and my honorable guests. I know all of you have faced such kind of similar incident in your life. Either you have an aggressive child or you know one child which is aggressive. So today I'm going to tell you what are the main root causes of aggression in the children and the multiple ways to curb your child's aggressive behavior, which helped me in my child's life from aggression to appreciation. Imagine you take your child out into the world. What do you want from your child? That your child is capable to react and interact with other children so that other children are feeling happy. They are smiling and welcoming your child, right? But what if your child is a horrible little bit monster? Then remember, your child is going to experience nothing but the rejections from the other children and the false smile from the other parents. That means you are throwing out your child into a world where every single faces he or she sees is either hostile or lying, which is not conducive for their mental health and well-being. Globally, it is estimated that up to 1 billion children aged 2 to 17 have experienced psychological, verbal, or sexual violence and neglect in their last year. So that regardless the variation of the aggression, we first need to control their aggressive behavior so that they can live a peaceful life. In order to get some solutions of my child's aggressive behavior, I came to know some root causes, which I would like to share with you by 4 points. Number 1, don't show your aggressive behavior or short temper or shouting in front of your child because children are learning from imitations. So they will feel that aggression is acceptable. In fact, it is the right kind of reaction if someone is angered or upset. Second, violence through the video game and the TV program such as PUBG, such as WWF. This is encouraging to children aggression, different kind of shooting, shouting, killing, etc. Number 3, ineffective parenting. For example, just harsh or coercive parenting style, rejecting or controlling parenting style, or some other, the depressions and the alcoholism can also input stress in the child. And the fourth, inability to communicate with other children. If any child speak late or they have any unclear speech, they will tend to be aggressive because they are not able to communicate about their needs and necessities. Now have a look about some realistic solution which helped me in my life. Number one, don't show your temper. So don't shouting, don't hitting, and don't slapping your child, because physical and mental aggression, if any child is seen regularly, then their brain is conditioned to react in that way. Hence, me and my husband control our aggressive behavior and temper so that my child live in a peace condition and environment. Second, aggression begets aggression. So first time, we need to control our child's first exposure in aggression. Whenever they are hitting or slapping someone, just make sure that it is not overlooked or cute. It is calling it, it is cute, and saying it that they are too young to understand that. For example, I have made a certain boundaries to explain my child that what is the acceptable and non-acceptable behavior. And third point is that many times as parents, we have experienced different kind of upsetting behavior of our child. That time we are stopping them or we are threatening them. Please don't do that. Rather, you are sharing your mental status with your child, because helping children with the feelings and the verbal expressions is very important. That helps my child to dealing with his anger and his stress in his life. Now my son is 11 years old. His name is Giri. He is becoming so polite, decent, and empathetic child that he stops hitting other children. And also he is helping his younger brother, taking care of his younger brother. Even he loves street animals. Now he is earning only appreciation and appreciation. So dear friends, I would like to say you, parenting is a life skill which can destroy or save a child's life. It is not a book that you learn and apply. It is something which comes out through the real life experience, which can make another beautiful story and make you feel proud. So I am now can say that why I am feeling proud and why I am feeling very proudy mother. Do you understand? So how proud you are? Please tell me. Over to TM Modi.
Thank you so much. Speaker number 2, Toastmaster Navnita.
Over to TM Modi.
Just a minute. I'm so sorry for interrupting. I'll post the link for polling. So it's a link to the Google Forms. So all of you can vote for the best speaker. You just click on the link and vote for the best.
Meanwhile, I think TMOD can continue.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that was the first round of the prepared speeches. So second round of the table topic section, we have our Toastmaster Uma Natraj to provide us with a challenge for the today's table topic section. Now we have Toastmaster Uma Natraj with a great amount of questions, and I would like to call upon next Toastmaster Uma Natraj to help me conduct the table topic section. So please help me welcoming the table topic master, Madam of the Day, Toastmaster Uma Natraj. Over.
Thank you, TMOD Anchal. Good evening, masters and guests. Table topics help members practice the art of improvisation and also helps us to think on our feet. This helps us develop 4 vital communication skills: listening, thinking, organizing, and delivering. So today I will be giving you very, very simple topics according to our theme, rainy day. And I want many of you to participate so that you will get a chance to think on your feet. Hope you're all ready. There is a saying.
Ma'am, can I ask you something? Anyone can participate, or Toastmaster Club people can participate in table topics?
Yes, can participate. Even Toastmasters can participate. Anyone can participate. You can put your name in the chat box and you will be given a chance. Please put your names in the chat box. We will just start with the Toastmasters and then come to the guests also. So please put your name in the chat box. You can volunteer and you will be given a chance. So today, the theme is rainy day. You must have heard the popular poem, "Rain, rain, go away, come again another day. Little Johnny wants to play, rain, rain, go away." Many of us have thought that rain is something which we have to be away from. But if you just go out and play in the rain, you would have really felt how nice it is. The pitter-patter raindrops, the rain falling on you, and even sometimes when the small ice balls fall, no, the first time after summer, you feel so nice. So today I'm going to give the first topic to our president, Toastmaster Rajesh Nair. So are you ready, sir, for your first table topic?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So your topic is, you can tell about any incident which you have felt on a rainy day. Any unforgettable incident which you remember on a rainy day?
Yes, definitely. I came straight from the most rainy part of India, Kerala. I'm from the state. And my school days, I remember very well. My house is in a very remote village actually, and we used to, there is no transportation, bus or anything. Only one bus service was there, and that too, it won't be regular actually. So we have to walk for kilometers to reach the school. And July, when the rainy season starts, the rain, it will rain like hell in Kerala. And all the roads, all the fields will be almost like flooded. And still, we used to walk through that rain and reach the school, fully drenched. Those were the days which I just cannot forget at all. That though it was very dangerous actually to go through to walk this rain, because roads are fully mud and full of this thing, and we have to cross the fields actually to reach the school. So the fields are filled with waters, and there will be thundering and lightning, like it will be, it's a you will literally the whenever you hear the thunders, the thunder will be so loud that your heart will pop out. Such a noisy thunder and such a dangerous lightning will happen. Even though those this thing also, we used to travel by walk, because that time when rain starts, even whatever that bus service is there, that will also be cancelled. So those days is the most memorable part in my life, and I can never forget. And especially the rains in Kerala is like, you just cannot forget. So that's it. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Rajesh sir. It was really wonderful the way you explained. We almost went to Kerala with the rains falling, and we were also with you with all that imagination and explanation which you gave. Thank you so much.
Ma'am, sorry for the interruption. Actually, today we have our educational session. So we have, let's put our hands to welcome our educational speaker. So our Tabassum ma'am is here. So on behalf of Speak Magic Club, I'm extending the welcome. And on behalf of all of you, we have the educational session. Let's give chance to the guests. And that too, let's take only 4 guests. So we can have the other table topics in the next meeting. Just a kind reminder. Thank you.
So should we continue now? How is it, ma'am?
Yes. We can take only the 4 guests, so that we are not overshooting the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the next table topic speaker will be Mukta ma'am. Mukta ma'am, are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So your topic is umbrella and rain go hand in hand. We can never imagine a person without an umbrella on a rainy day. If at all, that person must be really loving to get drenched in rain. So can you tell any incident you had with an umbrella or your
Yes.
association with an umbrella on a rainy day?
Am I audible?
Yes.
Umbrella and rain go hand in hand. I just remember during my childhood, I used to love rain. But my umbrella was not very strong. So whenever the rain used to come, it used to be blown away and I was fully drenched in and soaked in water. But I loved that rain dropping on my head, and I used to love paper boats also. So I love making boats, and when they were drenched and rain is coming, I used to enjoy the scenery with my full heart. So those childhood days, they were beautiful. So this way, I say we cannot forget the rhythm of the falling rain. Umbrella is there to shelter us. But if you really want to enjoy the rain, you have to just go lose yourself and go with the feeling. Drenched, soaked, everything you enjoy. But last of all, food is there. When we used to come back, we used to enjoy pakoras and tea. And my mother used to make them eat it. So they are hand in hand. We used to enjoy the whole feeling. Rain in the sky, I would like to say, rain is the sky and descending to earth. The rainwater, the holy water is just like pure water coming to our field, and we used to love it. So rain is really an awesome time to enjoy pakoras, umbrellas, and tea. And the tea lovers must be mouth-watering. They will be enjoying with me. Thank you.
Thank you, Mukta ma'am. That was wonderful. You took us back to savory pakoras, and it was really lovely the way you said that how your umbrella flew away one day on a rainy day. Okay, thank you. So our next speaker will be Deepak Pol. Are you there, Deepak?
Yeah, ma'am.
So welcome to Toastmasters session. Your topic: paper boats, smell of earth, rain. These are the 3 words. You can use these 3 words in your speech. Paper boats, smell of earth, rain.
Paper boat.
Smell of earth.
Okay.
And rain.
I'm very sorry. I could not hear because of some network issues. Paper boat, smell of earth, and
rain. Yeah.
Yeah. In my childhood, I remember when we were getting stuck inside house because of heavy rain. That time we were having only one game and entertainment, that is making paper boat and leaving them in water. That was the only game we were getting allowed to play. And I remember, yes, in first rain, when there were fragrance of the wet earth and dry wet earth, that was very, that has I can't even explain in words, but that was one different experience, and it was the indication that we have now arrived on a very beautiful season, that is rainy season. So that is the story I could explain. Thank you.
Thank you, Deepak. That was good. You told about your childhood days where you had the habit of making paper boats. Very
Yeah.
nice. Everyone must have done that. I also remember
Thank you.
that.
Yeah.
मुझे मिले सावन, na 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 na. So I remember that song. Anchal had asked me, which is the song which you like most on a rainy day? So I remember this song and I told him. So I thought I will sing before he asked me. Okay. So our next speaker will be now. Ma'am, are you there? Shraddha, Toastmaster, Shraddha, guest Shraddha ma'am, are you there? Okay, she's not here. So any other volunteer who would like to, Rajeshwari, guest Rajeshwari ma'am, are you there?
Yeah.
Yeah. So your table topic is, can you give me 3 reasons why rainy days are the best? 3 reasons why rainy days are the best.
Yeah. 3 reasons why the rainy seasons are best. I remember the days when I was very young and small, and I used to splash the water and play in the rainy water, and my mom used to scold me. So when I just go back in those days and recollect those amazing, wonderful moments of getting scolded by my mother, but still yet enjoying all the play in the water and all, and I'm missing all those things even right now. Because of this COVID, we are not allowed to go anywhere except for, but we are watching from the galleries of our windows that how the rain is falling and how the mud water is collected outside, the drizzles and everything, but yet there's a fear of catching the flu and the corona, and we're not able to go outside. So the 3 things which I would like to say is, one thing that is missing those childhood moments and wanting to enjoy those back again. Second thing, all those moments of euphoria which we are missing. Third thing is the song which I used to listen, that is wo kagaz ki kashti wo bachpan ke dine. So that's what I wanted to tell you regarding those 3 things. So happy rainy days.
Thank you, Rajeshwari ma'am. You explained very nicely your 3 things which you like about rainy days. Good. So we will move on to one last speaker before we listen to the humorous speech by our educational speaker, Tabassum ma'am. So who will be our next volunteer? I can see DK Jain's hand going up. So are you ready, DK Jain?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Your topic is, whenever we think of rain, it is also associated with thunder and lightning. I'm always scared of thunder and lightning. How about you? Can you just tell your experience about thunder and lightning?
Yeah, of course. Thank you so much for giving the opportunity, first of all. Imagine for a moment that you are actually thinking to just go out, just enjoy the rain and all. But ultimately, you have some boundaries. You have to just follow some guidelines, some custom from your family members, being a child over there. So I love to enjoy the raining, just going out, enjoy with my friends, dancing and kicking in the water. But because of this thundering, the raining, my parents always been stopping me. No, you should not go over there. It may be fall down with maybe someone, like it's not the safe over there, while it's a kind of a thundering season, or the lightning is very much shining over there. So I had been stopping many times with there, but I was being able to just convince my parents, and I was been just going for a five minutes time, 10 minutes time, and was going. It will be going beyond that, but I was being able to convince them for 5 minutes time and was enjoying with my friend. It was really a wonderful time I was been having there. But I still remember that once upon a time when I was coming back from my my field ground with my friends, and there was that that lighting was fell down, and one of that tree was being just cut it down. I mean, because of which I was very much afraid of it, and I did not tell this to my parents because I knew that they will not again allow me to just go out. But somehow they came to know from my friends, and they restricted me to go in a raining and thunder day go out. So that was one of the incident that I still remember that. But I love to enjoy the raining day whenever I'm getting a chance to go out and enjoy with my friends, along with a cup of tea and of course samosas. So that is the thing which I still remember, and I'm happy to share with all of you here. Thank you so much. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, DK Jain. That was wonderful. So kudos to all the speakers who spoke wonderfully about rain. So rain or shine, we need all the seasons. So if you live in the moment and celebrate rainy season and be in the moment, definitely we can enjoy every season. And it is very useful for farmers also. Even if it rains more, it is difficult. So let us pray that it rains in the correct time and helps the farmers too. So over to TM Modi, and thanks to all the table topic speakers. Thank you.
Okay, I've posted the voting link in the chat box, so please go ahead and vote for your favorite table topic speaker.
TM Modi, we can continue.
Take over.
We can continue.
So for the third section of this typical Toastmaster meeting, we have a great education, a great Toastmaster, Tabassum Ali ma'am. She is from Kuwait, and she is a humorous speech contest winner at the club level for the state 4 years. The first runner-up at the district humorous speech contest. Participant at the international speech contest also. And she was the past area director, and she is now the member of 3 clubs and president of the Laugh Out Loud Club. So put your hands together and let's welcome our education speaker for this evening, Toastmaster Tabassum Ali. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, wonderful team mod of the day, Ancha Singh.
Yes.
That was a nice and warm introduction, and kudos to Uma Natraj. I love the table topic segment. It was so engaging, and I like the final words when you said is like it is what rain or shine. So yes, y'all are amidst the rain, and I'm in the desert of Kuwait where it's 50 degrees. But yes, I'm all smiling. So whatever the weather is thrown at you, it's on you. Just enjoy and be happy. So after that enthralling table topic segment, and I could see the smile playing on all your lips. Right? So let's convert that smile into laughter. Now, laughter is very important. So let's do the small exercise of just laughing out. Now, I'm a president of Laugh Out Loud Club, where we start with this particular exercise. So please put your video on. It's a simple task, don't worry. I'm not asking you to give a humorous speech. Okay? Now, all of you laugh out loud. No, you can unmute yourself for some time and just laugh out loud. That's nice. Yeah. Now, ha, 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 ha. Now, okay. Now, silent laughter. Perfect. Now you can please mute yourself with the silent laughter. Thank you so much. And it's also good for your health. It keeps you younger if you can laugh it out loud, right? Okay, so now here we start with a presentation. And as the title goes, do you think you are funny? Just you can nod your head left, no, or yes. Do you think you are funny? No, one. Ancha, don't confuse. What is this? You know, don't go like this. Either yes or no. Do you think you're funny? Do you can
Sometimes.
craft a humorous speech? Yeah,
Sometimes.
many. Sometimes, yes. But when it comes to humorous speeches, people say, oh no, I can't do it. I find humor very funny because they're scared whether people will laugh or they won't laugh. You, even if you think you're not funny, you can be funny because there are certain tips and tricks with which you can craft an excellent humorous speech. Like, I'll give a classic example of today's table topic. We had our amazing table topic master who came up with this theme of rains. And I'm sure in all your minds it was cooking up. You were going back in your yesteryears and imagining certain episode. Probably you would have slept, you would have goofed up. Now, these are the ideas. With these, you can make a great speech like the pakoda. Who mentioned the pakoda? Mukta Bera. Yeah, you can have pakoda and you can have the tea, and everyone was smiling. So these are the topics. Go back into your lives. Go back into your lives and relive all those moments, right? And that's how you craft a humorous speech. Now, let me share my slide with you and let's quickly go through a presentation. Wait. 1 second. You will miss something amazing. So, always good to start with the music, like Rim Jim Gire Savan. Talent makes you win contest, but teamwork and intelligence will make you win championship. And the reason all of you are aspiring for this workshop is because you want to win the club contest. Am I right? So here are my tips and tricks, and your hard work and your intelligence will make you a champion. What are the topics I'll be covering in today's workshop? Number 1, content writing. Second, we'll hit upon the ballot. Third, how to inject humor into your speeches, presentations, workshop, anything. And finally, it will be my tarka, my take on my experience of this past 4-5 years, which I have learned contesting in humorous speeches. Whether you think you can or you think you cannot, you are right. I love this quote by Henry Ford because I always feel that where is the knot? The knot is K-N-O-T and it is up here. Okay, so you need to release the knot. And if you think you can win, you can. And if you lose the contest, it's okay. There are anonymous judges. You can just blame them. You know, they don't know how to judge, my God. Just kidding. You can come back in the next year, and every year you can compete and become better and better. Believe you will win, and you will. Now, the most important thing, oh, where do I get my content to write? So I am going to give you the content to craft a humorous speech. And here is your content. Well, high hopes. I cannot give you the content. The content has to come from you. Like right now, you had this topic of rains where somebody gave a nice thing. Oh, I fell down somewhere. I got wet in the rain. Or you can have topic like Nabamita. When she started, I'm like, wow, that is an excellent content to craft a humorous speech. She can have an interaction with her son that, oh, I went to the school, my child was hurt, and I went to complain about that who has troubled my child, and I came to know, oh my God, it is my own son. And she can have these small incident in a funny take, in a little bit of exaggeration funny. So these are the incidents which you can have in your content. Go back, and you remember there are ridiculous situations where you are so irritated at that situation. And when you come back and you're narrating it to your friend or you're narrating it to your family, you have a good laugh. Have you come across such annoying situations? But when you are narrating it, you are laughing on it. Now, these make excellent content for your humorous speeches. And that's how I made my humorous speech. So as promised, I'll give you a small demo of the humorous speech with which I stood second in the district. So are you ready? Are you ready to hear that speech? Come on, you had a nice laugh. Yeah, I can see Surya's thumbs literally out of the screen. Yeah, that's great. Okay, so just give me 2 seconds to just assemble my camera. And I'm ready. Okay, so the title of my speech is My Chicken and the Green Grass. I generally prefer giving a demo speech because it makes the presentation so much more interesting because it's like a live example that you are giving. Yes, so are you ready to taste the chicken? Yes, amongst the green grass. Okay, so you need a little bit of props and exaggeration to start. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Albert Einstein has quoted, two things are infinite. First, the universe, and second, human stupidity. But I say the second is husband's complaints, never ending. Amazing Toastmasters and guests of Speak and Shine, good evening. My husband tells me, your beautiful looks won't kill me, but what you cook will definitely kill me someday. He's been telling this to me for the past 20 years, that one day never came. He tells me, darling, why do you keep sanitizing the house all day? Even if Corona comes, it will die with the smell of your cooking. It's not that I don't try. Is it my fault I have two left hands in cooking? But I keep trying because I love my husband very much. But he doesn't love me. He loves chicken more than me. So to please him, one day I made for him white chicken. Next day, to please him, I made for him yellow chicken. Third day, to please him, I made for him brown chicken. Fourth day, he tells me, darling, only the color is changing. They all taste the same. You tell me, a chicken will taste like chicken only. It will not taste like camel or cabbage. You have no idea. I only watch YouTube channel to see new chicken recipe. For that also he complains. Darling, you have made a kitchen into science laboratory. Daily experiments. Your experiment gives me gases from up and from down. See, my parents taught me good moral values. They said not to waste food. Then who will eat the chicken? Who will eat the chicken? Obviously. And even if I complain, he starts. All wives are the same. Nagging, 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 and cry and play the victim card. My life, I just can't tell you. Until one day, I met my cool cucumber friend from Canada who was married 3 times and divorced 3 times and still so cool. Tabassum, Tabassum, Tabassum. You know your problem in life? All the time, you only talk about your husband, husband, husband. Your mind needs a diversion. You need an extramarital affair. Extramarital affair? No, 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 no. I don't mind trying. Some Toastmasters. No, 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 no Toastmasters. They are into public speaking. You need a private WhatsApp chat. Suddenly, I thought about my very handsome crush from the school. But where was he? I searched on Facebook and Insta and found him settled in Cambodia, looking not at all handsome. I said hi, and he said hi. No girl had ever said hi to him since school. And then we started chatting. He asked me to show pictures. And I showed him pictures of my colorful chicken. White, yellow, light brown, dark brown. First, he was confused. And then he realized and said, yummy, tasty. You can become master chef someday. So motivating, I'll tell you. He must join Toastmaster and become an evaluator and motivate. Such a nice advice my friend gave me. Right? Right, DK Jain, Bharat Mug. Right? Wrong. One day, my crush messaged me. He had a fight with his wife. He was married and he said, all wives are the same, nagging, 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 and playing the victim card. Excuse me, these were my husband's words. I didn't want to listen to it, so I started chatting with you. He even said bad words about his wife. No manners. Block on Facebook, block on Insta, block, 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 block. Such a bad advice my friend gave. Don't follow it. Now, it doesn't matter whether the grass is this side or the grass is that side. Grass is grass. Better, water your own grass. Nag less, understand more. Complain less, appreciate more. Hate less, love more. And see your lives and relationship turn from cactus to beautiful flowers. Oh, I tried a new recipe today. Roasted black chicken. Would you like to have Uma, Surya, Rajeshwari? Done. Okay, I gave you an exercise of
Excellent.
laughter.
Excellent.
Simple, awesome, awesome, simple, awesome.
Superb, superb, man.
Thank you so much. It becomes easier for me to explain the concept when I can give the speech. So I'm glad you liked it.
We would not. We would remember chicken every time we eat, ma'am. We will be remembering you every time you take a chicken.
But remember the good chicken, okay? Okay, once again, I'll just set my virtual screen and I'll be back. Yes, okay. Yeah, so here was my speech, which makes it very easy for me to explain you the elements. So let's get back to the sharing of the screen. And here was my content. Obviously, this is not a fact, and I had to use a lot of element to make it into a winning speech. Now, of course, during that time, I had lots of more energy, and now I'm a bit more chilled out. So yeah, the quality of my speech today was like 80%, so it's okay. Now, first and foremost, you have to come to the fundamental of humorous speech. You know your ballot paper. Whenever you are contesting, very important, you have to know your ballot paper, how the rating is. So the humorous speech content scores a lot, 55%. So you see the content has to be very rich. It is subdivided into opening, body, closing. It's not a stand-up comedy, no one-liner of punches, because it's a proper speech. It needs to have an opening, body, conclusion, and messages. I don't know. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So I leave it up to you. We have something called audience response, which is very important in the physical world. But here, sometimes they say you have to veto it, forget about it, because you cannot see the audience in the virtual screen. So it's on the discretion of chief judge what he decides on this 15 points. Delivery is extremely important, and it has 30% of rating. Then comes language, where the appropriateness is kind of similar to the content. So on your content, you will get scoring by appropriateness, and grammatically, it is okay. But grammar is not given a lot of significance. Originality, yes, it has to be original. You can be smart enough, you can get content from all over the world, internet, here, there, some regional channel, and you feel people don't know. But let me tell you, later on, there is somebody in the audience who will know, and later on, if it gets public, it doesn't look nice that, oh, churaya wa content, idhar se, udhar se. So it doesn't look nice on you, because it is all about the core values of Toastmasters. But yes, you are allowed 25%. You can take material that is 200 words from reference from Google or anywhere. Second reference clause. If you are a contestant, do not refer to any of the jokes of the previous contestant. If you do even 1-2 lines, you can get disqualified. So please, this is a new clause which has been introduced. Take care of it. Now, elements of humor. We all have gone through various incidents in our life, but they will not have this humor clause unless and until you use few elements of humor. Now, these are the tips and tricks how you can make your speech alluring and interesting. Surprise, twist of the third. Like, I'll give you an example. For example, he came, he saw. We know the inevitable. He came, he saw, he conquered. But change it because people will be expecting it. He came, he saw, and he said, excuse me, move from here. Anything you can add. So it will, because people are already attuned to it. Like he came, he saw, he conquered. Anything different will add a punch. He was tall, dark, and what is the regular one? Handsome. Change it. In your mind, change it. He was tall, dark, and whatever comes in your mind. Use the chat. Use the chat. You can write in the chat. He was tall, dark, and annoying, irritating, anything. Now, what was a surprise and twist which I had? Like, my husband loves my looks. Okay, that your looks won't kill, but your cooking will kill me for one day. So that is the twist which I added. From the looks, I went into something rhyming, like looking and cooking. Irony. I'll give you the example. The fire station caught fire. The police station was robbed. The marriage counselor filed for divorce. Honestly, all three are very sad incidents. Okay. But the thing is, the fact is, the fire station caught fire will generate that smile. So these are the tricks you can incorporate in your speeches. Contrast. I'll give a picture example for contrast. Thank you for driving carefully. Now see, the picture is contrasting the words, or nothing is written in stone. Like, I'm excited to present to you my chicken. It's like, I have my chicken. Now this is my excitement. Now this is a contrast. Would you love to eat the chicken? Obviously not. Exaggeration. Yes, my entire speech was exaggeration. You know, there is no hardly any fact in it. But yeah, small snippet. Like, I do have a friend in Canada. I do have a childhood friend in Cambodia. And I have a classroom WhatsApp. I'm just saying, why are you making a speech like that? You know, they were getting so annoyed. They say, you know, people will think that we actually are making it up. But I do have friends. I've just taken them as, you know, some kind of element. So you have all these build up ideas which you can build upon. Now here's an example. I'm so hungry I could eat a horse. He is as skinny as a toothpick. Now who's the thinnest in your club? You can describe that person. So and so is as skinny. Not Surya. I know. Surya always boasts about his 100 kilos. Self-deprecating. Yes, my entire speech was on self-deprecation. This is the best and the easiest and the safest technique when you self-deprecate yourself. Because if you make fun on man or a woman or something, some jet somewhere down the line will have a soft spot and may get offended, or the audience may. There are many times, you know, wife bashing, male bashing, all those things, and somehow that doesn't appeal. So you have to be very careful. So the safest for me is self-deprecation. Let's have this fun. Come on, let's make an interactive chat session. What did the left eye say to the right eye? Think something. Get your creative juices on, because I can't see the audience hitting on you. Squinting. Okay. What else? That was fast, Surya. Anyone, come on. Green card timer. Wow, that is fantastic because I can't see you. Yeah, my left eye is telling the right eye, green card. Okay. Between us, something smells. Why did the students eat his homework? Blinking at you, money. Eat his homework, okay? Because the teacher said it's a piece of cake. Next one. How do we know that the ocean is friendly? It waves. Just to add a smile. Now, important is my tatka. Choosing a topic. very important is choose a topic which appeals to all the audience. Know your audience. I had given a topic in Kuwait about the train travel in Mumbai. It was an excellent one, but then I got the feedback it may not appeal to all. So have a plane travel, somewhere which everybody can relate to. So and everybody know how a plane travel is. So they said instead of train, craft something on a plane travel. No narration. Many times we try to narrate. No, it's in your head. Don't narrate. You have to end with a punch. Make it crisp. The crisper, the better. So don't narrate an incident. You will lose out the humor charm in it. PPP. What is PPP? PPP. There's a chat. My chat is open here. You can say something. Push, push up, pushes. Yes. It stands actually for pause, punch, and pause. Whenever you are giving a punch, pause. Okay. Just stop. Like, it is like has the pictures. And then I made a gesture. I gave a pause. So like what's coming next? And then my colorful chicken. Pause and then put the punch. So pause is like you're preparing the audience that something is coming. Give a punch, again give a pause for audience to react and laugh. This is very important when we are having offline contests. In online, okay, sometimes you can skip it, but in you must always give audience a chance to laugh. Use of props. Yes, I had amazing lot of props. So props gives you a very photographic memory. Gestures. I do a lot of gestures, and gestures help in bringing out the humor. Voice makeover. Yes, I had my husband's and my voice. So and especially for men have an advantage. If they remove that the female voice, it really works for the men, I would say. So women, yes, that's a big advantage the men have over here. Ruminate. When you're giving at club level and you feel that, oh, this particular joke was nice, simmer on it, go slow on it, add few more lines on it, because this is a hit para of yours. So go slow on it, and that will make a good connection with the audience. Don't stop. Yes, in the offline world, you think you are funny, you start, but the audience are not laughing, and I see the energy level of the speaker go down. Don't bother, don't care, don't stop, continue. Humor will come. Humor eventually will start coming. Initially, people have to get into the mood. So I've seen the humor doesn't come for the first 2 minutes, and people immediately lose their energy, and the whole speech drops. So never stop. Don't rush. Also, you have to have effective pauses, because if you rush, you will miss that very important laughter factor in offline. People are laughing and you're rushing. So you miss out, because judges will hear, oh, everybody's laughing, and there is 15 marks for audience response. Pace your speech. This is virtual. Always craft your speech around maximum 630, 650 words, because what will happen if you use more words, you'll be always worried in your mind. You will not be able to work on your pauses. So always have less words so you're clear in your mind, and pace your speech accordingly. And in virtual, don't give long pauses, because if a person doesn't laugh and suddenly it will look like a dull moment. So on virtual, it is a bit tricky how you pace your speech. Surprise them. Never, if your speech is predictable, humor will not come. It always should have an unpredictable end. High note closing. High note closing is very important, because in previous year I had lost out on the division. I came second at the division because the number one who came had an extremely high ending, and that's when the judges were laughing, audience were laughing, and judges were giving rating. So please take special care on how you close your humorous speech. Enjoy yourself. If you don't enjoy your own speech, trust me, nobody will. You have that vibes. So don't worry about winning or losing. That will eventually come. Just have a great time. Enjoy your speech. Now your Tarka. Now in the chat, tell me who is the ex-com who sits on your head like this. The president, the VP education. You can make something on this. So actually, we don't have that much time. I can see a yellow card coming on my chat. So just write in your chat, who do you think among the ex-com represents this one, who keeps jumping on your head to achieve targets? Let's summarize. VP membership, VP education. Yes, I get it. They are the ones always. Surya. Humorous speech recap. CCTV. Crafting of your speech is very important. Bang closing. Timings of your punches, PPP, and your voice modulation. take care of these 4 things, you will win. Keep it simple. Don't show how good your language is, your English is. No, focus on it being the simplest and easy to hit the audience. You can use your language and power everything on international speech. In Humorous, keep it very simple. Know your audience, craft according to your audience. Otherwise, you'll not make a connection. Be in the present. Always be in the present. Like, for example, I was here, I was listening to Uma Natraj, and I could add elements, and that is how you make connection. And humor is not only in speeches, in presentations, in workshops, or in your daily life. Always be in the present. Use these elements of twist, exaggeration, puns, contrast, self-deprecating, PPP. Last, enjoy your speech. If you don't, no one else will. Thank you so much. That brings me to the end of my workshop. And if we have time, I can take a few questions. And as in the caption it was, a day without laughter is a day wasted. So keep smiling, laughing. And by the way, my name means smile. Tabassum means smile.
Tabassum, I have
Back
a
to you.
question. Can
Yes.
I go? Yeah.
Yes. Who's this? Uma?
This is
Yeah,
Yogeshwari.
Yeah, hi.
People, I was being trolled in the chat, by the way. So when you asked who sits on your head, people were telling me. So my question is like how to induce the tonality or the voice modulation, because this is where I suffer so much when it comes to even in a normal speech, but in humorous speech, I understand that it is very important. So how to practice the different voice modulation and how to induce it?
It's very easy. Actually, today I did not where my husband's part was there, because honestly, that speech I gave long back and I didn't really prepare as much. During my contest, almost daily I was giving the speech 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 times. But now I just brushed it up in my head and I gave. So my voice modulation was not that good. But it's very easy. Like for women, graphite, darling, darling. Or there was that yesteryear's one, Ajit, or there are, you see from Bollywood, you'll get all those men, try to imitate them, so you can remove the gruff man's voice and make a face. If it's a grumpy face, use your gesture for the voice. Like, you remember the speech which I had given in the speechcraft where I did my daughter's voice and I mellowed down, hello, how you can do it, mama. So mama, you can modulate your voice and you can have your natural voice. Your speech should be in the natural voice, and then you can have a gruff voice. For an old man, it can be a slower voice. For a woman, it's because here you have to, it is not about actually imitating them. You should have the fun factor coming out. So focus more on that. Where men don't have that bad voice, but for humor, you need to remove that kind of voice.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
And a man. Now, for example, let's hear from a man removing a woman's voice. Who will do it? Who is a volunteer? Yeah, Surya, your hand is always up. Let's give someone else a chance. I know you can do a good job. Yes, I'm sorry, Surya, because I know you're amazing, but let's see. Who can remove a woman's voice? Yes, let's have Vikas. Yeah, Vikas. Toastmaster Vikas. Yeah.
I just called my wife. She answered, Vikas, what are you doing? You are not doing the work properly in the morning.
Yeah, see, as simple as that. Who will go next? Excellent, excellent. You can actually sing also. You had a nice woman voice, better than a woman. Surya, Surya, I think now you can go. Go ahead.
Yes, ma'am. So when Rahul Dev Burman was asking his wife Asha Bose, she was singing, and then Rahul Dev Burman went on, Monica.
Yeah, Yogi, you have a mentor here for voice modulation. You don't have to go outside your club anywhere.
Yes, ma'am.
You'll get Adi Burman and Asha Bhosle in one form. You will get at one take.
Yes.
Any other question? It's not very difficult.
I have one question. If we
Yes,
are, can we use 1 or 2 words of our regional language when we are delivering? Suppose we pick a opposite character and we want to shock the audience with some familiar characters of movie or something like that. Can we use one or two regional words or language in our speech, or shouldn't we use?
Yes, you can use, but once after you use it, give a translation in English. Because I know some punches are very, very effective in regional language. And for example, if you have a local audience, now what we are gone virtual. So you never know from where the judges are coming. But the safest I would say is you can use, because they have good take on it. You know, some punches only come in the regional language, but immediately, very trickily, smartly give a translation. So no one will complain that a translation did not come in. So you're safe.
Yeah. And I have one more question that when we deliver some punchlines or things, sometimes should we have a very poker face, like should not we smile a bit also? Because
Yeah,
in
yeah.
stand-up comedians,
That is because I'm generally very overtly expressive, okay, naturally, and I don't go out because when I'm giving a speech I need to have a comfort level, otherwise I feel very plastic. So I know sometimes, you know, people, now for example my speech, people, some of them may typecast it is a bit dramatic, but it's not that. This is a technique of storytelling. Now my story needed that element, and even if I want to settle down, my personality is I'm very overtly expressive. I use gestures, facial expression, voice modulation, it's all there, but that is my natural space. I cannot change it. Now suppose for example someone who is very that, you know, who is not that overtly expressive, they try to imitate me, that okay, let me try to be like her, they can't be. So see what is your forte, go with your forte. Your comfort zone is more important, and that connects with the audience, otherwise you'll come out very plastic. So actually I lost the question. What was your question? Just come back.
thank you.
No, what was your question? I missed your question part.
No,
The
no,
poker
my
face.
question
Yeah,
was
yeah, I got it.
similar.
I got it. I got it. No, I got it.
Yeah.
The poker face has, that is excellent. That is one of the best way. If you can do it, nothing like it. That is an outright winner streak. But if you can get it, because I have seen people with that straight face, they come out with the best of the punches. So go ahead, do it. Yeah.
Thank you.
I think our 5 minutes are up. Thank you so much for that wonderful session. All the best for your speech contest. Rock the show, and I would like most of you. Okay, itna mehnat karke all the way from Kuwait have come, so I want maximum participation for the humorous speech. Okay, so who all will be participating in the contest? Come on, raise your hands. Yes, I can see area grammarian 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Dedicate one whole day for the speech contest. All the very best and rock it. Pick up all these annoying, ridiculous situations from your life and make a fabulous speech. All the best. God bless you. Back to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. So wonderful session actually. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Tabassum Ali ma'am, for your wonderful education session about the humorous contest, that how to use your tonality and voice modulation. And I love the part of the different type of chickens you told, the yellow, red, and brown. Thank you so much for motivating us and encouraging all the Speak Magic Toastmasters to for the contests. So moving forward, I would like to call upon the stage the General Evaluator, Toastmaster Uma Maheshwari, with the tag team to give the evaluation and timing and our counter report. Over to you, Toastmaster Uma Maheshwari.
Thank you, TMOD. Now is the final and most important part of our meeting. Without a honest feedback, we cannot develop our strengths and concentrate on our areas of improvement. To do that, let me call upon our first speech evaluator. He is a student of public speaking and a lifelong learner. He is an engineer working in an MNC for 10 years. His hobbies are reading books, watching cricket, listening to music, and he has a beautiful goal. That is to be a motivational speaker and life coach in future. My best wishes for you. Dear Toastmasters, TM Pata Bhattacharya for you to give his observations on the speech by TM Binaroy. Over to you, TM Pata Bhattacharya.
Thank you so much for a wonderful introduction. Thank you, ma'am. Now come to the speech. It's a wonderful speech. First, I fall in love with the title, Challenge in the Little World. Thank you, Bina, for picked up a wonderful story. And it is a real challenge in our life. It's a social issue around our. There are so many child suffering from different disease. Sometimes we overlook. Thank you so much for picked up such a wonderful story. And come to a speech, there is three element is there, from starting, middle portion and the last portion. It is just like a cake. In your base, you start with your own story. It's a wonderful. Then you put up the facts and figures, your research, and next you close with a solution. It's a wonderful, organized, and a nice. First, if whenever you start with your own story, you're excellent. You are just awesome. You just give your gesture, your to the point, your eye contact, your hand gesture and voice modulation. Everything was there. In next portion, in facts and figure, you are consistent. Facts and figure, always everywhere you are using your hand gesture and eye contact was there. Always connect with the audience. And last portion, in the solution, you give up point 1 2 3. It's wonderful. It's just connecting with the audience. It's nice. And a beautiful part of that you're starting with a code. Wonderful code is there. It's really wonderful. And the few things I want to mention, that it's add a excellent cherry and berry like a cake. That is, you use some idioms. Accents speak louder than the words. Awesome. It's a excellent idioms you have used. Burning midnight oils. Another wonderful idioms you have used. And few areas I feel that you need to work on. And although your voice modulation was good, and face, your smile was every time was continuously was there in your speech, but few areas I feel you need to work on. Just like that, whenever you talk about that discussion with the child problem, and you try to scold the child, and that time your smile was in your face, it is not justified. You are angry, you have to express your anger in your face. Your face should be reflect whatever your words, it should be aligned. Next portion, when you talk about the parents, your face should have the anxiety, because you are worried about the future of the child. So you are talking about with the parents, there should be anxiety reflect in your face, but there at that time there was the smiling. And the another portion I observed, that is the autism. Whenever talk about the autism, and that time also you should be must have to be worried, think about what is going to be happen. So that's not reflect in your face. So as per your speech, you have to change your emotion. That all. I feel the following points you can focus on, you can improve in your next speech better way. That's all.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I will definitely follow that. Sorry. That was a great evaluation, and your strong voice itself gives a great amount of encouragement. Hats off to you, TM Bhattacharya. For the second speech evaluator, he had recently graduated dentistry and presently pursuing diploma in applied psychology, intervention coaching, NLP, CBT, hypnotherapy, and various alternative healing modalities. He is also the founder of Sun Den Premium Mastermind, training people in personal and professional high-income skills. He is the co-author of the Complete Happiness Quest, available in Udemy. An impressive introduction, I should say. Let me call upon TM Dr. Suryadeep Majumdar to evaluate the speech by TM Nabamita Sarkar. Over to you, Dr. Suryadeep.
Every child is special. It's our responsibility to celebrate every single child. Gretchen Rubin's quote perfectly sums up the delightful speech we had from our speaker, Toastmaster Nabamita today. The very elements of crafting a speech is just like raising a child. Here are the elements that I absolutely loved while you raised your child through your speech. Beginning with the scintillating title. You had loads of personal stories, whether it is your child burning the uncle's back, the suspense, all the way to dealing with the child with your husband. I love the vocabulary bank that you blessed us with. I quote, aggression to appreciation. Aggression begets aggression. Hallmark of exceptional vocabulary bank. I love the elements of rhetoric questions that you blessed us with every now and then. What do you want from your child? What if your child is a horrible monster? Quote again. I exclusively loved the takeaway points, the call to action that you blessed us with through your speech, whether it was the pointers when you spoke to us about not to talk to the children or not to allow them to play aggressive games, even to the solutions. Don't hit, don't slap, communicating effectively, introducing us to simplified parenting techniques. Kudos to you. Guess what? Every single time we raise a child, there are certain problems that comes up and we need to bring up solutions for that. Same way, whenever you're carving us out a speech, there are certain elements that can be added. Here are my top three. The first, your speed, I felt, was too fast. There were elements when you could have slowed down a bit. Combined with the second pointer, voice modulation. I quote, my throat choked. When you apply these techniques and methods of really modulating your voice, it adds a different kind of flavor in your speech. Along with the voice modulation, obviously comes the pronunciation. When you pronounce a particular word and you focus on the syllables, that helps you pronounce the words a little better in a more accurate way. Finally, what I felt was, since this is a research and presentation speech, I was expecting at least a journal insight, a research paper, maybe 1 or 2 slides would have just been the perfect garnishing icing cake. Finally, if I just have to summarize, I'll do so with this acronym, your child. The C, you were charismatic and curious. The H, you had a histrionic presentation. The I, you kept us inquisitive and insightful. The L, linguistics was spot on. D, dynamic, delightful, celebrating parenting. Raise a child well and you will build a nation to greatness. Grant Cardin said this. Today, Toastmaster Navamita, you have inspired me to cherish my fondest memories of childhood. I'll make sure when I have children, I follow this. Thank you so much. Over to you, General.
Thank you. That was a fabulous feedback, TM Suryadev. Not only your
Thank
voice,
you very much.
but your histrionic expressions too gave a good feedback. Thank you. So with that, we will move on to our most awaited tag team. Let me call upon TM Savan Arora to give his observations as a timer.
Ma'am, may I please request to go ahead with our counter? I'll present it after the. I'm just compiling my report.
Great. Okay. So let me call upon TM Yogeshwari Sukumaran to give her observations as an R counter.
Thank you so much, Madam General Evaluator. As an R counter, I was observing from the beginning of the meeting, and I was so engrossed into the speeches, the table topics, and especially the educational speakers that I couldn't find many mistakes in this meeting, though I was trying hard. So whatever the findings that I have, I would like to present it to you. So in the beginning, we have our president, when he was giving his guest introduction, he was using as here and there, and then repetitions of the twice, so twice, and twice. Moving on to our Toastmaster of the day, I could very well understand that these two are the huge roles. Toastmaster of the day have to speak a lot, and it is really hard to speak without the ahs and ums. I can very well understand, but still, it is my report. It is my duty to produce my report. And our Toastmaster of the day have used 15 hours, fillers 5 times, which is and. Moving on, the general evaluator, yourself, like kudos to you because I couldn't find even any ahs, ums, and fillers. And then our timer, Savin Arora, our grammarian, Swarnalata, our evaluator, Swarnalata. So kudos to these people. I couldn't find any fillers or the grammatical crutches. Our evaluator, Partha Saradi sir, used 3 hours and no fillers. Our speaker, Nabamita, without fillers and hours, kudos to them. Our table topic master, we have Uma Nataraj, wonderful table topic session without any fillers and ahs and ums. Our table topic speaker, Mukta Gira, used 2 ahs, fillers and but once. Our table topic speaker, Deepak sir, used 1 ahs and Rajeshwari ma'am used 1 ah. Our DK Jain table topic speaker used 10 times ahs. Repetition was repeated thrice, and fillers was repeated thrice. Our evaluator, again Partha sir, used 3 ahs and no filler, no repetitive words. Dr. Surya was spot on. Kudos to him. With this, I would like to wrap up my our counter report. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Wow. Thank you, Toastmaster Yogeshwari. So let me call upon our grammarian, Toastmaster Swarnalata, to give her observation. Over to you, Toastmaster Swarnalata.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Today, it was a pleasure listening to all the prepared speeches. Being a mother and an aspiring parenting coach, what else could I have asked for? And what to talk about table topics? I completely concerned with Rajesh Nair sir. I have made an note of excellent word usages like again, zeal, euphoria, enthralling, and some of very good usages of phrases like children are the hands by which we hold the world. Be in the moment to enjoy the moment. Those were the very good usages of sentences, and some not so good usages like if I don't found, it is like if I don't find. I come to know. It's like if I came to know. He smiled abruptly. He smiled inappropriately. Why I am a prouder mother. It is why I am a proud mother. Don't shouting. It is like don't shout. Throat choked for tension. Throat choked by tension. These were some of the usages. And I'm very happy to say that 2 of the fellow members were very eager to use the word of the day. The General Evaluator TM Uma Maheshwari ma'am and Bina Roy. I would like to thank her and encourage other members to please start using the word of the day and the phrase of the day. I hope everyone can use it more often in your future speeches. Back to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Swarnalata. So we'll go back to a timer. Toastmaster Savan Arora, can we have your observations?
Yes, ma'am. I'm just starting, so I'll be sharing my screen. I hope I have the rights. The host, please confirm. Okay.
Toastmaster Lavanya. Yeah.
Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Great. Able to hear? Wonderful. Let's jump straight into the report, and we'll start with the speakers, TM Bina Roy and TM Navamita Sarkar. Here are the timings and the timer card. Both did a great job. Now let's have a look at the evaluators' timings. We had TM Partha Bhattacharya and TM Dr. Suryadeep. Here are the timings and the timer card. Wonderful. So we had a lot of table topic speakers today, and here are the timings for the table topic speakers. Last but not the least, we had a wonderful session by TM Tabassum Ali. Let's see her timings. That's all from my end. Over to you, General Evaluator.
Wow. Great. Okay, so over to my overall general evaluation about this meeting. So let's not go with the normal words like the meeting started on time, blah, 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 blah. But I just want to give you a very specific feedback about this. You guys were very clear in the instructions and guidelines. That was awesome. Some of your welcome message in the chat gave a warm feeling of welcome to all the guests, including guests like Toastmasters like us. And you moved with ease with all the guests without a feel that the ice has to be breaked. You made them feel welcomed when you called them with the name individually. Our president called each and every guest with the name individually and asked them to talk. That was very great. And not only guests, but also new members so that they will feel like they are at home. That was really great. Some of the observations I had is like you might get a naming convention. Like some of you had a naming convention, some of you are not. So like you can add a word like TM before your name so that we can able to identify the guest and others. Why I'm trying to say is like you guys are speaking phenomenally, including the table topic session. And when someone gets C with the name TM and with the title TM and the name, and if they are talking very nice, they will get an idea. Wow, Toastmasters is a really good place where I can learn to speak good. So that is the overall idea of that. And another thing is like you guys can have the video switched on overall. That will give a good sense of familiarity to see your face and talk. That will be a good feel to have. And the audibility and visibility tests could be done before starting the meeting rather than before the speech. But I just want to give some of the highlights. Toastmaster of the day, the way you started the meeting is phenomenal. You took us to my childhood days and eased us into the meeting. You made sure to spotlight the appropriate members. Believe me, this is not done by many of the clubs. That was an excellent job. And the tag team, I was so surprised. They started the encounter report right from the presiding officer's speech. And I haven't seen any club doing that. That was really great. And no words to talk about the timers report. It looked more like a weather report on our rainy day team here. Overall, this is a phenomenal meeting and I learned a lot to take back to my club. Thank you and over to you, TM Modi.
Excuse me, there is a link shared in the chat for the best evaluator as well as best role players. Kindly vote.
Yeah, please click on the link to vote for your favorite role player and your favorite evaluator.
Lavanya, can you share the evaluator link once again? Because it's
Yeah, okay, sir. Done. I'll do that. Yeah, I've done it. So go ahead and vote.
TM Modi, you can continue. Meanwhile. It's not there. I think
Rajesh sir, you can please take over.
Okay. Oh, okay.
I think he has some network issues.
Network issues. Okay.
Yeah, we can take over.
Okay, thank you. Thank you all. A wonderful session it was, and a very special thanks to our visiting Toastmaster General Evaluator, Toastmaster Uma Maheshwari. So thank you so much for visiting us and giving a wonderful evaluation. And Tabassum ma'am, I think she's left. A very special thanks to Tabassum ma'am for giving an excellent and wonderful education session about the humorous contest. So we wish you all very best for the contest contestants who are going to participate in the humorous speech. And we have a few more guests actually. Okay, it's time to get the feedback from our guests. just, ma'am, what do you think about our meeting? Uma will start from Uma ma'am itself. She's our just as well as a general evaluator. So just say a few thing about our meeting.
See, as a general evaluator, I gave a feedback about the meeting, sir. That is the official record. Of the record, I just want
off
to
the
say,
record,
like,
please,
before the meeting itself, the way you reached out to me, the way you spoke to me, the way Yogeshwari spoke to me, I never had a difficulty in moving in with your club. That was excellent. And also the spontaneous on-time response. That was really great, sir. I have learned a lot from your club. How you have to treat your guests, how you have to respond to them when they came. After once I logged in, everyone were talking, but immediately Toastmaster Yogeshwari said, "Let's stop for a moment and let's welcome Toastmaster Uma." That was really great. The way you treated guests, identifying everyone of their name individually, talking to them, that was really great. Great way of hospitality. That was super excellent, sir. And your meeting was phenomenal.
Thank you so much, man. Thank you so much for wonderful words. Vivek Chaurasia. Vivek, are you there? Yeah, hi Vivek. Just want to know about your feedback.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. First of all, I am a part of Speech Crafters program, and I am attending this session for the second time. I mean the Toastmasters, and I am looking forward to joining this maybe soon.
So thank you.
Thank you, sir. It was a very impressive session.
Yeah. And Muktagira. Mukta.
Hello.
Yeah. Hi, Mukta. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just want to know about your feedback about our meeting.
Your community was very great. An incredible session was there. Everybody spoke very well, and the timer and the evaluator and the coordinators, they were awesome and mind-blowing. I would like to share that feedback is equally important and we should take it with positive vibes. So no negative feeling on anybody's part, and smiling nature, that was the best part of it. So I really enjoyed entering in your club. This is my first meeting with you all, but I think you too enjoyed me.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for all the wonderful words. Thank you so much. Kavya. Kavya, are you there? DKJ.
Yeah, hi. Thank you so much. I think it's my third or fourth meeting which I had attended today. And of course, whenever I'm attending this Toastmaster class meeting over there, I'm very much enjoying and always learning something from the other Toastmasters, the guest people over here. The best part is that I think enthusiasm, or you can say the participation of people are engaging in that, and of course the one of the laughter session that we had today, it was really amazing. So since I'm just exploring this which Toastmaster to join from last 1 month or so, I think I have finalized it something. I may be joining in very soon to this Toastmaster club. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Okay, now it's time for the award session. Surya, yeah. Okay, so it's a certification of appreciation for Toastmaster Tabassum Ali for visiting our club and giving a wonderful education session about humorous contest. Thank you so much, ma'am. Yeah, the best table topic speaker goes to Dr. Rajeshwari, Gus Rajeshwari. The best evaluator, Toastmaster Suryadeep Mujamdar. Best speaker goes to Toastmaster Veena Roy.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much.
The next auxiliary role player, Toastmaster Savan Aurora. The best primary role player goes to Toastmaster Uma Maheshwari. Thank you so much.
President, I would sorry for the interruption. I would like to convey my wishes to Savan Arora. He has done the timer job and timer report in a innovative way.
Yes,
it's a mind-blowing performance by a timer. I could see in many clubs no timers are getting a best role player award. So I think this is the first meeting I heard the timer got the best role player award. Good job, Savan Arora.
Savan, how did you manage to do all
Thank you
this?
so much. Thank you so much, sir. So that was a challenge for me that my mentor gave me, that timer is the hardest role to get an award. And that's where I thought, yes, now I should pick up this. And it was actually really very difficult for a moment. I was just waiting for to update the timings. The hardest part was when immediately after the evaluation, it was the timers report. That's where I had to request ma'am to let me compile my video. And that's how I was thankful that, it got managed in between that duration while the other team members were presenting their report. So thank you so much, everyone. I think it's the club members who have inspired me, my mentor, Yogi, who is inspiring me every day to do the best. And that's how I think I've been able to do this. Thanks a lot. I discussed with Anand sir also during the day, I guess, for the same. How do I go about it?
Kudos to you, man.
Thank you so much, sir. Thanks a lot.
Okay.
So Savan, it was excellent job. It's very innovative and very fresh and very new to all of us. Actually, Mr. Deepak Paul. Deepak Paul would like to hear from you about our meeting. Can you just give us feedbacks?
Yeah, I feel this is a very great platform, and the kind of measurement and feedback we get from evaluator and people, that is most important, because when we get to know the feedback, we can work on that. So we can consider that, we can work accordingly. And I again said that, this session and this platform has adequate energy to train people, and where they can fly high. I feel even this is my first attendance for this session, and I would like to be part of this Toastmaster Club, and I'm very happy and excited to walk with you.
Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Paul. Thank you so much. You're wonderful. Thank you so much. So the time is getting little exceeded. So I think it's time to wrap up our meeting. So I declare that the 142nd meeting of Speak Magic Toastmaster Club has been adjourned now. Thank you so much, all of you. Thank you so much. Have a
I can
wonderful
stop
weekend.
the recording, right, sir?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.